So you want a cooking video? Well, I had a wild hair and was like, you know what? I've not had a good meal, like a really good meal, in a long time. So I was like, you know what? The weather's getting cool. Leaves are changing. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to fix me kindly like I'm just going to call it a pot roast. But it's that thing that I made a long time ago when I was probably 11, and Mom tasted it. She loved it, and she kept cooking it until she passed away. So it's going to be a pot roast. It's just going to have few little tweaks to it, I guess you could say. And I'm going to do it over wood and use this Dutch oven. And yeah, I think it's going to be really good. It's probably going to take a while for it to get done, because I've been trying to get a decent bed of coals or a decent fire for a couple hours now, and it just keeps burning up to ash. It doesn't keep any good hard coals. So I put some hickory on here, and if I got to, I'll just indirect, kind of like this, and keep turning it. But yeah, I'm really kind of looking forward to this. So here's my pot roast. This thing was almost 20 bucks. It's like 2.68 pounds, right? I was wanting to get bigger, but, you know, damn, I'm not trying to spend a whole half a paycheck to get a piece of beef. But so far what I've done to this is I've let it come somewhat to room temperature. I'm going to get a knife, cut some slits in it, and I'm going to take some of these garlic cloves and shove her in the holes, and then do a good salt and pepper, and then do a little bit of flour, and then I'm going to sear it in the Dutch oven. And once I get the good sear, I'm going to take it out. I'll put this in another pan, set it to the side, and then start going over my vegetables. Okay, getting my pot hot, and I'm going to add, I guess that's probably about a tablespoon of butter. And here's some olive oil. I'm just going to use that to sear the meat and get some of those juices going, and then I'll throw my vegetables and stuff in here. And here's the roast. I took four, I don't know if they were full cloves, but 4 pieces of garlic, 1 here, 2, 3, 4, right like that. I did a heavy sea salt, and then I put pepper on top of it. And when I put this in the pot, I'll put it spiced side down, and then go back and salt it and pepper it again. And this probably isn't going to fit, but we're going to make it close enough. Now, I've got to season this side. Okay, got my seared piece of meat, and I need to stoke my fire one more time, but after that I'm going to go ahead and cut up my onions, my green pepper, my carrots, and my celery. What else do I have? Oh yeah, potatoes. I'll get all that stuff ready. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to give these green peppers a little roast on the outside. I guess I could do it on the inside too, but I'm trying not to lose them in the fire like that one. And then I have to go wash it off. But you get what I'm saying. I probably shouldn't have cut them so skinny. Well, you know what? A little ash never hurt nobody. Let's do it this way. So I put 2 of these purple onions in here. You might not want to use 2, but I just like having a lot of extra filler. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. I've got the whole family in here. I've got green peppers, I've got carrots, I've got some onion, I've got celery going on in here. I'm just letting it kind of do its thing for a hot minute. And then there's 2 last ingredients I'm going to add to this. Well, actually 3. I still have the potatoes to cut, but you know. Now, it is meat time. Let's throw him in here, just like such. And we've got the 2 last ingredients that I'm going to pour in here. You all might be kindly surprised about one. Okay, the first can is mushrooms. Now normally I would go for whole mushrooms, that's the way we almost do it, but couldn't find them, so here's a whole can of pieces and stems. And half a can of the juice goes in here, okay? I kind of work this around. And the other can is a can of pineapple chunks. I'm going to use this whole can plus the juice. Maybe half the juice, but you see what I'm saying. Again, that's about right. Is that all? Yep. Now take one whole can of water and add that. So you're about halfway full on water. There we go. The water's about right there. So, there we go. That's good enough. Now, if you want, you can do a little extra salt and pepper. I might go in here with a little more pepper. And then I'm going to add some more wood to my coals and just get a really good base going, which that's almost there. And just let this sucker simmer, man. And in several hours. Folks, here we go. The final product. I don't really know if this would be considered a pot roast or a beef stew. Because the more I got to thinking about it, when me and Mom used to make the thing that we made, it was out of steak, I believe, and not pot roast. But anyway, you live and learn and you remember, because it's been so long since I made that thing. I don't know what we call it. We just called it that thing. So, but yeah, so this is a beef roast pot stew. Pot stew beef roast stew in a pot. I don't know, but either way it tastes good. Now when I got it finished, I took it straight in here to the kitchen. I sat it here on the counter and I let it cool, and then I threw it right straight back in the refrigerator. Then I came back and scraped all the grease and stuff off top of it, and then I put it in my bowl. Now one thing that I did before I put it in the refrigerator while it was still hot on the counter, I made a flour and water, kind of like a roux, I guess you would call it, or just like a thickening agent, and I put it in here. Stirred it up really good, that way it would develop more of a thicker gravy. But like I said, it didn't look really that appetizing right here. It kind of looks like dog food. But I promise it tastes good. It really does. So anyway, I hope you all like this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.